Let's see. And yep. All right. So let's go. This is season 6, episode 7. So like I said, we are live on multiple platforms. We are growing our audience. And let's see. And this is
The
Creatress's
expansion
lovely
has
art.
begun. Yes, this is some mixed reality art for y'all. Augmented reality, if you will.
What beaches is that, by the way?
This looks like it was probably a Maui beach.
Okay.
This is a nice picture. Canva pulled this photo and just created the kind of like a presentation for me, and I just kind of went from there.
I like it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's get into it. So today we got a special guest. We're gonna go straight to our special guest. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about, but we'll talk about it after because we got her here now. So without further ado, we're gonna bring up to the stage the amazing, the incredible, the very visionary, the very feminist, the very New York, the very talented Fiona Aboud.
Woo!
I wish I had a soundboard. Hearing. Fiona, welcome.
Hey guys, welcome. Or thank you for having me. Here, I'll introduce my co-host. I have a little co-host here.
Oh, good.
This is the true visionary. This is Bootsy.
Yes.
He's the brains behind everything here. It's like we keep her under the radar, so like nobody really, expects cuteness like this to have such an impact, but it's her secret weapon. No, I'm kidding. So to give you a quick introduction to myself, my name is Fiona. Excuse me. My name is Fiona Aboud. I'm a Brazilian American artist and photographer. I've been a social impact artist now for over 2 decades, and I've done projects all over the world. I came into blockchain and crypto during the pandemic and saw great potential for social impact. I created a few different projects with social impact focus, more relevant, more recent with Creatress. We did a project called Flamingo with Love, which I commissioned Creatress to create a 3D model of the design of 2 flamingos with a heart. And the augmented reality sculpture went to support crypto unconditional basic income in areas of the world that are developing and underserved. The community we chose is a community in Brazil where my mother is from originally. And the protocol that distributes the crypto unconditional basic income is called Impact Market, founded by Marco Barbosa in Portugal. And it is on the Celo blockchain, which is a layer 2 blockchain to Ethereum. Or it's recently, in the past year or two, become a layer 2 to Ethereum. It is a very large blockchain, very well used in the developing world, many places in Brazil, South America, Africa. And more recently, I'm here to talk about a contest that I just launched today for other artists. I do a lot of my own work, but I am a big champion of other artists and trying to expand the world that we're in today, meaning the decentralized world of art and technology. And it's a tough time. It's a tough time. There's a lot going on. It's a violent ride every day. It's a new adventure. I don't even open the app anymore to tell me like what the prices are. But to give you a small idea of this open call, it's called Inscribing Us, and it's a manifesto on digital sovereignty. It's basically looking at what blockchain means. It's an archive, it's a canvas, it's a protest. It embodies freedom from government-controlled money, centralized control, historical erasure. It's a place where we can really build a future that stands for inclusivity, intersectionality, and radical reimagination. and a place where we can really record our identity, our culture, our history, and inscribe our future for future generations to be able to go back and look and see, wow, like this is the history of people during this time in 2024. I'm basically challenging artists, thinkers, anyone that wants to contribute to ask themselves the question, what does it mean to be digitally sovereign? What are the powers? What does our identity look like? And what do we want to endure? Like, what message do we want to endure into the future? Because the Bitcoin blockchain is fundamentally, it's forever, in the sense that it's completely decentralized. There's no centralized control. I mean, not even the banks. The banks own like 5% of Bitcoin, and that's not even enough to control the whole network. And so it truly is the kind of mother of the blockchains. And even though I'm not new to Bitcoin, it's my first time I'm inscribing this manifesto onto Bitcoin, but I also inscribed my first piece of art onto the Bitcoin blockchain. And it's a different experience than it is like minting on ETH or Tezos or Solana, which actually I haven't done on Solana. But I'm very excited to see what people are going to come up with. And I'm also very excited to reach out to artists that are not in Web3. I want to try to expand the echo chamber of, obviously there's so many talented people in Web3 and in NFT art, but I really want to challenge my skeptical friends that have not that have not inscribed or not done anything on chain to really consider like what they can contribute and what they want to say. I'm not going to like get into politics, but this is our chance to really record history, to put our thoughts on chain and to have them there for future generations to really look at and say, wow, like this is this person's experience. What does this say about the larger this community or that community? Like, I want people to reimagine what a world would look like if, if it was a matriarchy, a queer triarchy, a black triarchy, whatever, is not the dominant patriarchal system in which we live in now. And also one that isn't controlled by a centralized power. And the ironic thing is, Bitcoin is being used by those that want to control us. And it can also be used by us that want the freedom of expression and permanence and lack of centralized control. So it's this like duality. It's like this yin and yang that's like, it can be used for good. It can be used, I don't want to say evil, but control. I'm very much against this idea of controlling the narrative because people think it's the best thing for everybody. I feel like that makes I get very upset. So this is kind of my reaction. This is my art therapy. This is my contribution to my larger community. And it's a way for me to, I see this as like a performative art piece, where I'm putting forth this idea, this concept to my fellow artists and helping to like sort of not coach, but I put together a kick-ass panel of judges. Creatress is one of our judges. There's many more. There's Maximilian, Rebecca Rose, there's
legends.
Chung, there's oh my god, there's
Jenny Pepin. I just saw from One Locale founder.
Una is a judge too.
Una.
Anne Rong, who is a curator at Super Rare. There is also we have two sponsors, Women in Crypto and Adores, which is a Bitcoin inscribing site made by Savage. And so this is really like a community effort. And this is, all the funds are coming from us, the sponsors, and we really are excited to see what artists come up with. There's so much creativity, and the Bitcoin blockchain has limitations, right? Like your image. I think the ultimate, it's like 4 megabytes, but I'm trying to get people to stay 60 kilobytes. So what information can we pare down in that amount of data that reads, reads as a piece of art, but also has an impact and tells a story. So there's a lot to grapple with. There's a lot of challenges. I'm asking a lot, and I'm a little nervous that, it might not catch on, but there are prizes. I'm offering money. I'm offering for 3 winners, 400 USDC each. And also all inscribing fees are going to be paid for. So I'm trying to like challenge the way contests are really run in our space too. There are a lot of companies, a lot of, you know, and I know if you're doing open calls like every week, it's hard to offer cash prizes, but I'm trying to challenge other people in this space when they run an open call, like, you know, like put a little cash in a pot for the winners. Like maybe it's 100, maybe it's 200. I wanted to do like a significant amount of money because I feel like people are going to maybe spend the time to create a unique piece for this contest. So it's like nice to have some kind of monetary compensation, and that I hope will motivate a lot of people to submit. I want hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of entries. Let's go.
Right. Well, I love everything that you're putting together. I mean, it sounds like you've really taken the time to like think this through, everything from like the meaning behind, you know, the art piece, the manifesto, the chain that you've chosen, and as far as like how this giveaway or this prize is going to be dispersed, right? So I love that. And I think if I recall, it's something like within like 5 generations we are forgotten, like something like that. It's like the 5 generations that come after us, it's like something like 5 to 10. Like if there's no records of us with pictures, or no one does like a family tree that's passed down or something, like we are literally forgotten. And so I love that, yeah, like this, having, you know, a piece of like human, you know, what human behaviors are, we as a human, as people, like you're getting people on the chain. And hopefully the idea is like, right, in the 5 to 10 generations, all they're going to have to do now is just refer to the blockchain and see what was on there back then, you know, to really understand what, you know, us humans were like during this time.
That's
so
a
I
really
love that.
beautiful point. Yeah.
Yeah, and no, I just think about that sometimes because I've had, you know, me personally, like my mom passed away and it was unexpected, and like when I had to go through the whole process of like cleaning out the home and like packing everything up, it's tough to be like, all right, what do you give away? What do you keep? What do you hold on to? And then eventually, like you think about it, like, okay, once I pass on or whatever, like these materials deteriorate, you know, over time, they disintegrate and everything. So it's just like eventually, no matter how many things I might decide to hold on, it's not guaranteed that it's going to last through time, be passed down. And so I just love this idea of putting whatever you can, whatever art and whatever, you know, whatever, whether it's music and whatever files you can upload, and, you know, get it minted and cemented into the blockchain. I think is super, super neat. So I love that.
I'm so sorry for your loss. My dad passed away suddenly, and I know how hard that can be.
I'm sorry.
And how hard, like, getting, like, I have mountains of his stuff still. And it's been like 6 years. I'm starting to like cull through and photographing or giving away, you know, things that I might want to use in future projects. But yeah, it's really devastating. And I think it's really beautiful what you said about how, you know, this is really like kind of a portrait of humanity at this place in time. I mean, you know, if you look at where we were as a society like 20 years ago and where we are today, you know, I don't want us to take a step backwards. I feel like we're in a much better place now. And everything that's going on is really kind of reducing us to like this oversimplified, racist, just ridiculous kind of narrative that I'm like, no, we're bigger than this. Like, let's fight back using a tool that is open, and, you know, obviously you have to pay to inscribe, but it is essentially free for anybody who wants to inscribe. There is no like gatekeeper at all, and there's no one saying you can't be this way and you can't do this, because it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is freedom for sure. And, you know, it is really my first time. When I originally started NFTs, I was really attracted to the smart contract. So, you know, this idea of like coding that says money goes to this place, money can go to that place, and what that means for social impact. And now when I'm kind of it's taken me about 2 months to launch this contest, and I've been like rewriting and writing and writing and rewriting, and Creatress has seen some of my like insanity. Like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I've given a lot of thought, and I think this idea of really recording history and inscribing the future is the social impact side of Bitcoin for me, at least in this context. So it's like, it's not about the smart contract, it's about what messages, and there's other people can inscribe whatever they want, but we can inscribe what we want. And I am going to continue this. This is the first in a series of open calls, and I will likely be doing them. Right now I'm aiming to do it twice a year, but I'm trying to see if I can do it more. So we'll see. And I forgot to mention that the 3 winners will also be exhibited in the it's called the Digital Art Festival in Florence, Italy, the birthplace of the Renaissance. So it's going to happen in the beginning of April. And some really passionate guys, that Sinbad and Kai, that organize these art events around the world, and love art and love blockchain. And they really wanted to do a festival in Florence, the home of the Renaissance, where the Medici family spent a lot of money to create these iconic artists that we all know and love, and really start this like hotbed. Like, I think artists to this day go there to study art and how to make things, and how to even fashion design. Anyway, but the point is like, this is the digital renaissance of art. There is no erasure with this art. Like, it's there. Like, no one can say like, and so anyway, I'm hoping this contest will spark people to create work that's relevant to the theme, and that we will have a great, I'm excited for there to be a theme. This contest has evolved in its nature, and I'm really, really happy with where we've landed. So anyway.
Honored to be part of it, Fiona. I'm very, very excited.
Honored to have you, Creatress. You're my collaborator.
I appreciate you still thinking of me. And
do the judges get to submit artwork too?
No, I don't think it doesn't work like that. But I feel weird.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really.
We didn't talk about it, but I would feel weird submitting for something. So I'm
listen, if you submitted, obviously you wouldn't be judging your own work. Like, I had the judging roster is big. I wanted to make it like as decentralized as possible. Artists from many different disciplines. Obviously all NFT artists, although maybe I should have had a traditional artist too.
That would have been interesting. Yeah.
It's going to be my goal, though. I'm going to bully my non-Web3 art friends. And maybe I'm even going to offer like a little extra prize. If it's your first time minting or inscribing, I need to change the language, because with Bitcoin, it's inscribing. Maximilian is very strict to correct me every time I mess up. I would like to encourage a newcomer to inscribe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I have someone in mind from art school that I'm gonna invite.
Good.
To send in art. A couple people actually. So
good.
Yes.
This is good incentive. This is like a good way to get started. You're kind of like going from 0 to 100. It's like minting, inscribing on Bitcoin. It's like, it's not for the weak.
No, it's definitely fast track.
I did it for the first time last week. I figured if I was doing this contest, I needed to do it. And it legit took maybe an hour. The whole process was maybe an hour, and it cost me about $50. But you can't mess up, because there's no taking anything back.
It's got a challenge. Yep. Check your I's and T's.
And I'm going to inscribe this, contest too. This open call. It's the kind of thing I wrote about it. I'm gonna put that on there. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for having me. This is exciting. I literally launched this morning, so it's really exciting to be able to vocalize all of this and come out and kind of with a bang and introduce it, especially with 2 amazing women such as yourselves. And I'm excited to see both in December too. I will be there as well.
Yes, very excited to see you in person. Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for including me. Thanks for doing this. I'm excited to see the art that comes in. If you're an artist identifying as a woman,
no, it's open to everyone. It's just
we're opening it up to everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if you're an artist, period.
All people.
Let's go. Let's go. Regardless of gender, let's go. I can't wait to see if anyone needs the link. If you can't find it, you can always DM one of us and I'll send it your way. But yeah.
And the Twitter account for the contest is it's called Impactivism. So just Impactivism. And it's the site is impactivism.art, but it's just its own Twitter account as well. X account.
Yes, I followed it, and I'll go ahead and pin it up to the.
Awesome.
I'll pin it up to the thread, the Twitter thread that I have going here. So
that way thank you so much. And Valerie, I can't wait to see you in East Denver. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's really hard. I can't wait.
I'm excited. This is my 4th East Denver, I believe.
Wow, really? So your 4th?
Wow. Yeah, we've made it a tradition. Me and my boyfriend Keegan. That was our very first like Web3 conference, and that just set the bar really high for us. So like pretty much every conference we go to, we compare it to East Denver, and East Denver, has like certain things that make it East Denver, and other conferences have like their thing, But just like overall, and how they treat and welcome people, and how things are accessible because the conference is free, free to apply, free to attend. And they really, really, really care about their developers, their artists, just the people. They care a lot. So that's something that I love that they do. So yeah, I've got to go. It's like a big one, and so yeah, I'll be there. I'm excited to meet in person. I don't know if we've met in person before.
I don't know. I think we just know each other virtually. It's my first time going to East Denver. I'm very excited. I went to East New York, and I did the hackathon here in New York because that's where I live.
Cool.
And I don't know why. I've never made it to East Denver. I've been to NFT Paris. I've been to the NFC conference in Lisbon twice. I've been to, obviously, NFT NYC. I've been to NFT London. I love the ones in Europe.
Venice.
No, but
Paris.
Art Basel, Paris. But I really loved East New York, and I learned a lot. I'm not a coder. I'm an artist, but I feel like my perspective adds to like a hackathon. And now with I've been playing around with AI and coding, and my mind is blown. So I'm gonna go do the hackathon. I'm gonna do the build camp. I'm submitting art to maybe display. I don't know. I'm just going to do whatever comes my way. I might bring my flamingos.
Mm-hmm. Are you bringing the flamingos? Are you bringing the flamingos?
And her performance. Like, yay! Document, photograph. So I'm going to do a lot, and I'm very excited. Yeah. Do you think Vitalik's going to be there to get like selfies? Oh,
Vitalik! I think he'll be there, yes. I think he has to be there.
Usually he's there. He might be doing a dance with some music. He usually becomes viral in some way.
I saw a viral thing today about of somebody that looks like him dancing. I don't know if it's actually him.
Oh my gosh, was it the girl twerking on him, like dancing?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell if it was him. The video was grainy. So
I've been chatting with AI Vitalik, and it's rather comforting, I must say. Every time I'm like, ETH is down, I'm like, AI Vitalik, tell me about it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Well, I have more activity than Ethereum.
You're so funny. Someone said, please bring them. Please bring who?
Oh, the flamingos.
Oh, the flamingos. Yeah, please bring them. See, the flamingo sculpture is requested.
The flamingos are getting like, that's so funny because they're right here.
Oh shoot!
That package.
It may look like just a box and some plastic, but there's a sculpture in there.
Oh dang! Okay, it's fully protected.
Like a Amazon box, big box for it, and yeah, it's held up pretty well. Actually, I'm impressed. All right, I'll bring them. I mean, honestly, like I had an injury in December, and bringing them to Basel was physically very challenging. And I'm much better, and I've been able to start working out, and I had my surgery in the end of December, and I'm fine now. So, you know,
good.
I'm strong. I can do it. I can do everything.
So the flamingos are coming into Denver. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah,
they will be exhibited in multiple locations.
Well, at NOLTA for sure. Maybe at I'm going to apply to that thing you sent me yesterday, the maker exhibit. I think it's the perfect thing for that, even though it doesn't have, it's not directly connected to blockchain. My vision for the flamingos. Okay, so
it's
I don't know if
directly connected. What are you talking about? We sold NFTs.
No, I know, but the physical sculpture. I would love, my vision for like the 2.0 version would be somehow like the flamingo would reflect data that, you know, where it's being distributed to different countries around the world, and it would reflect that data. But I don't quite have the skills to do that yet. So I'm working on it.
Yes.
Working every day, hustling every day.
The polyglot coder said what hackathon? So I think this is the ETH Denver, right?
Yes, ETH Denver. Yeah, I did the ETH Denver hackathon, and I was encouraged by, I don't know if you guys know Civil Monkey. I started my hackathon journey in New York, actually. Oh, you know, okay, good. He encouraged me to apply for this. It was called The Good Hack, and it was run by Sozu House and Veer. I don't know if you know Veer. But so I did that, and that was like so inspiring to be like, wow, I don't have coding background, but I can do a hackathon. And then after that, I did a virtual hackathon through ETH, and then I did the New York ETH hackathon, and then now I'm gonna do the ETH Denver one too. So thanks.
Working your way up. I love it.
Well, hey, if you ever need some, you know, if you're trying to build a team, me and Creatress will be there. I know Creatress texted me yesterday because she's thinking about doing the hackathon. I did the hackathon. I've done the hackathon, I think, the past 2 years. But I never made it as far to finally like put a whole project together. So I've had different ideas and spoken to like the lawyers and the mentors that they've had there. But it's a lot. Like it's a lot to like, you know, you need a team. So I was always by myself. So I'm down to team up and, you know, help someone else's idea or however it needs to go.
Well, we should chat. You know, I have a few ideas actually. Yeah. I mean, the fact that I've been to a few, I can kind of, you know, I don't know exactly who the layer 2s are, but if they're at all similar to ETH New York, which was it just last year? I think it was just last year. I have a few ideas for layer 2s like WorldCoin. I have an idea for like Celo blockchain. I don't know. A few. I mean, listen, we need a coder. Let's get a coder. I mean, we can use OpenAI all we want, but
like you said, we have like OpenAI, and I used OpenAI to do all my coding when I started my Bitcoin node. So I needed the code to learn how to like configure it, like to customize it to my liking, and I used literally ChatGPT and was like pasted, you know, the code that Ordinals Wards gives you, and then I was like, explain this to me. What does this mean? What does it mean if I toggle this on, toggle it off? Okay, that sounds good. What is the code going to look like for that? And then it would tell me, and then I'd paste it into my little like commander thing with the code.
Yeah, your terminal.
Sure. Yeah, the terminal, and then boom, I had it up and running. It still needs work because then needs work though, because then my electricity bill went like through the roof, and I was like, I toggled too many things on. I think I needed to toggle certain things off, you know. So
maybe it's still the Bitcoin node that's running all the electricity. That's pretty badass. You're basically mining. You're basically mining.
Well, Bitcoin. No, not for mining. This was just for validating. This was just the base. But the polyglot glot says thanks. So
polyglot, I need your help. I'm working on my Arabic.
I'm a coder.
I'm Lebanese, Brazilian. Oh, coder. Oh, polyglot. We should chat. We should all do a project together. Come.
Come.
I found that's team here. The hardest part is like putting a team together, and I feel like it mostly feels like when you get there that everyone has their team set, because like people don't mess around. They don't come to play. Like people do not come to play.
Well, people are trying to win those prizes. There's actually not cash prizes, but there's like prizes for a lot of coins.
For sure.
I get it. I know. I know why some people aren't there to play. They're there to win.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've always wanted to do one of these projects, and yes, of course, win a prize. That'd be great. And I have won prizes before, but then I've wanted to keep building the product afterwards, and nobody really wants to do that. They want to just like, I don't know. I'm like, let's go, let's build this, like, let's continue on. Like, I don't know. I guess like it's innovative. There are a lot of products like I think Uniswap came out of a hackathon. All of like the liquidity pools that we see around like have come out of the hackathons. Like a lot of like I think MetaMask actually like the wallets have come out of hackathons too. I mean they really spark ingenuity, creativity, collaboration, and they kind of force you to like lock in, you know. It's crazy though. Yeah. Like the people they stay up all night and they work all night for like 2-3 days straight, and I don't know how people do it. I'm like, you all give me whatever drugs you're taking.
It's amazing. It's amazing what they do and what everyone's capable of doing. And just everyone wants to come together and do something for the good of everyone and for the blockchain. So yeah, I love hackathons. I feel like I need to go more to hackathons all over the world. But yeah, so no, this was great. Fiona, thank you so much for sharing. You have to come back on after this is done and like see how it all went down. I would love to have you back on. So
yeah. I would love to. Thanks so much for having me, and I look forward to, you know, brainstorming and being on in the future. So big kiss to both of you. Mwah. Bootsy, you want to say bye? Yeah. Bootsy's gonna say bye. Oh, Boots, come here.
I've gotten a chance to meet Bootsy in IRL. Buddy.
Boots, you wanna high five the crab?
So cute.
She's actually cute. From Southern California. She's like not happy in the New York winter.
Oh my God.
Take me back to California, right, Boots?
Bring her back. Bring her back.
She's like old ladies.
Oh,
she's the brains behind everything.
Is she coming to Denver?
I wish. I'm gonna put her with my friend. I feel like I can't really give her any attention there, so it's like unfair to make her travel all that way to just, you know. She's a great accessory though.
That's very true. All right, Miss Fiona. Well, we'll catch you on the next update of the open call.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for coming by.
Yes, thanks for sharing. All right, and feel free to stay on. If you want to stay on too for the rest of our show and you want to chat with us about the news, feel free. Sure. You don't have to leave. But...
Okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I'll let you guys take it away.
All right. I'll let you handle this part, Creatress.
Okay, so we want to say, first of all, congratulations to V Dizzle and Keegan, who is not here today, but Keegan's, he's a longtime listener. And they were both just accepted into the Abstract ecosystem as live streamers. So they can now go live over there and earn tips, cryptocurrency tips. So we're actually streaming to Abstract right now, in addition to our usual YouTube and X and Facebook today. So shout out to them.
Thank you. Real quick, we got Board Osaka who's saying hello in the chat.
Hello. Board Osaka. Love when our friends come to visit and watch our show. Appreciate that very much.
Yep. But yeah, just super excited. Again, anyone who is watching on Abstract, I don't know that you're here, so you have to say hello in the chat, or if you're feeling up to it, put a tip in there, and it'll be split between the three of us. But no worries, just tuning in is enough support. And Board Osaka's giving us the hearts there.
Love it. What do we have next?
Okay, SheFi Season 13 Scholar Creatress has been accepted into SheFi Season 13 as a scholar. Creatures, want to talk more about it?
Yeah, just not a lot to share except I'm just going to be part of this new SheFi cohort. For anyone who doesn't know SheFi, it's an organization that teaches 8-week courses about Web3 and essentially teaches mainly women to to learn the fundamentals of tech and blockchain tech and essentially reinvent their careers. So I am going to be starting that, and they have scholarships because this is a paid course, but you can apply for scholarships, and I did, and I got one. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to start on the 13th, and yeah, I'm just excited to see what they're going to teach. I already know quite a bit about blockchain, I think, but this is going to be like a solid course, which I think will be cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it about SheFi. And SheFi will be having an event in Denver, which I'm actually trying to pitch to perform at. So fingers crossed and stay tuned.
Good luck. Yes, I love SheFi. I was in one of the seasons. I honestly can't tell you which season it was. It feels like so long ago, but I've been part of SheFi. I love Maggie, and yeah, I hope I get to go to their summit because every year I've missed it. I've got to see her speak on stage and get some of the free merch, which is always fun and cool. But I hope to go to the actual summit this year. So we'll see if that all aligns.
Yeah,
what's
definitely.
next year? Ooh, another good announcement.
Next up, yes, we're starting with the good news first. So we got the proposal that I put up with the Little Nouns DAO got approved. I think last week we were a couple votes away. We had not been approved yet. Oh my gosh, my mom's so fun. And this week it has been approved. It's happening. Hey mom, I see my mom's watching. That's fun. Or low key.
I love that. Mom's
hilarious.
Supporting. I love it.
Yeah, so we got the prop approved. That means the show in Denver is definitely happening, and it is going to be thanks to the Little Nouns, and thanks to One Love DAO and Third Planet Studios. So
I love it. I love it. And I love that there's zero against this. Like, I love that for you, So let's keep it rolling. Let's keep the good vibes rolling. And yeah, I love this. People getting their sponsors, especially, people of color and ladies, they getting the funding they deserve because they're skillful and talented. So, oh, it took me to their website. I don't know how that happened. Was there a link that goes to it?
Oh yeah, I had a link in case I wanted to go look at that.
Oh.
But well, good. I think I covered enough. Well, I think we're good. Yes, we talked about it quite a bit.
All right.
Oh, here we go. See, here you go. This is the visuals. So the show is going to be called Little Eternal Rhythms. It's going to be at the East Denver opening, co-hosted by Nolcha Shows. Mark your calendars. It's going to be on the 26th, and they're kicking off opening night ahead of the main event. So this is going to be the main kickoff. We're going to be at the Temple nightclub in Denver, downtown Denver. And then here's like our first flyer our first unofficial flyer that we created. This one was actually created by Danichi, one of our team members. And it features the two Little Nouns, one that I have and one that her and Adabody just collected. So
cool. Nice. I love it. Congrats.
Thank you.
And now our birthday segments.
Yes. We're coming into the age of Aquarius.
Age of Aquarius. Yes. So birthday wishes to me. To me. You see this balloon? Yeah, it was my birthday Sunday. And the birthday. Thank you. Yeah, the birthday's still going for me. Keegan did a cake for me yesterday. Got this balloon. I think my family's going to come down. So birthday celebrations are probably going to continue all month, which is my fave.
And you know what you need? You need those like that fireworks like candle thing, and you need to blast like "Go Shorty, it's your birthday."
Yeah,
what is party like it's your birthday? Gonna drink Bacardi like it's your birthday.
Gordo Saka says happy birthday month. I love it. Birthday month.
Happy birthday! Yay!
Yay, birthday month. We got a lot of
birthday also to Maximilian, one of my collaborators for the Little Eternal Rhythms.
Friday.
Coming to Denver. Her birthday's coming up in a couple days, so don't forget to wish her a happy birthday. Go buy her art. Let's see. She'll actually be a guest on our show next month, so stay tuned for that. We're going to go in depth into her story and her artistry. And then the other person we'd like to say happy birthday to is my sister, Isabel Isa Artista. She is turning, well, I won't say how old she's turning, but she's turning a significant age of distinction on February 19th. And she'll be a guest on our podcast, IRL in Denver. We'll be recording a podcast out there. So she'll be one of our guests.
Well, we got her to come to Denver, guys, at my birthday celebration on Sunday, because boom. This is the birthday celebration this past Sunday, and here this is our good friend Josh, my boyfriend Keegan, the lovely creatress, and her sister Isabel, and me. And we were also sporting our Bitcoin sweaters, because that was that day. All crypto was just down. So we're trying
bad market day.
So we got her that day. We got her to come and get her flights to East Denver. So she's
here they are, Bella and Maximilian.
Mm-hmm. The lovely. This is says loving my time in Vegas, especially with this beautiful human. So this was right at CES, right? We
were there for CES and spent some time with Maximilian. Yeah. So we got to hang out, got to hang out and have some fun. And birthdays are in full effect. Birthday squad is in full effect.
All right. And now we get to some of the juicy stuff. What's happening in pop culture? Do you guys know who this is? This guy? You guys recognize him?
Yep.
Maybe you might.
Bro,
I don't know.
I've done such a deep dive into this guy. It's a little.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Our correspondent seems to know. Tell us more, Val.
For anyone who doesn't know,
it's his son.
Yep.
Yeah, it's his
Brian
son.
Johnson. And so he actually has a whole documentary on Netflix you can go watch. And he's basically been able to reverse his age, like his biological age, like everything from his cellular level that these scientists have like studied him. And he's allowed himself to be studied. And like he's reversed his age by I don't even know how many years. It's kind of ridiculous. So
his heart is 18 years old. That's what they say.
That's
crazy. But he's like left ear is like 65. And as someone that went to too many metal shows when I was in high school and college, like respect, my left ear is like 80.
Oh
my gosh!
Okay, so what's happening? Like, what's his name again?
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. So he tweeted out just a few days ago, and he has shared that he is no longer injecting his son's blood. So I guess he was injecting his son's blood. If you watch the Netflix show, they shared that on there. He said, I've upgraded to something else. Total plasma exchange. Steps. 1, take out all blood from body. 2, separate plasma from blood. 3, replace plasma with 5% albumin and IVIG. Here's my bag of plasma. Who wants it?
I'm gonna just put this out here. I think this guy needs like a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something.
Bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's dedicated his life to trying all these different things. There's a lot of controversy around it. I recommend go watch the Netflix show and you can make up your own opinions about it. But I just thought like, wow, that is crazy because I hadn't seen him. I don't follow him on Twitter or anything, but I thought it was just so funny because I saw that Netflix documentary like a couple months ago, and then he popped up on my feed and I was like, oh, this guy, I forgot about this guy. But yeah, he's still experimenting, he's still going. So
yeah, I think his plant-based diet sounds really great and really healthy, and he's also really emphasizing like sleep and like, you know, no screen time for bed, which I know we all need.
Yeah.
And he's also, you know, he takes like I think up to 100 pills a day, which
like supplements and stuff.
I feel like that might be like a little too much, but I don't know what
expensive.
I don't spend $2 million a year on scientists studying my aging. You know, he doesn't drink alcohol, he doesn't do anything.
Right.
I mean, listen, I think there's a balance. It's like, yes, we don't want to age, but it's also it's a little extreme. I love how he's like, I am no longer injecting my son's blood. My kids would be like, no fucking way.
My
blood.
Does that mean
Creatress, if your mom was like, Creatress, I need your blood to stay youthful, would you do it for your mom? I know she's watching.
If it was like a medical thing, maybe, but otherwise, I don't really like needles and stuff. So I'm not really that easily giving up blood, to be honest. Like,
you know what though, women, we automatically make new blood because of, you know, that thing.
We make new blood, so
every month. Whatever are you talking about, Fiona?
I mean, for some of us, that is becoming less and less relevant, but.
But yes, anywho, so yes, this is Brian Johnson. He actually, I saw in the comments too, he is willing to donate the plasma too for free to people in need. So he is doing some good stuff out of it too. So that's good. Let's move on.
Okay, next thing.
Let's move on. So we've also got Cardi B. I don't know if anybody watched the Grammys, but this was kind of a big moment for anyone who, you know, loves the ladies in the music industry. Cardi B presented the Grammy for Best Rap Album to Doechii. So they are the only two female rappers to win this award since Lauryn Hill. So I thought that was a big deal. Wow. That's Doechii there. And no, it was awesome. Just I wanted to highlight that. And then also in the Grammys, you might have seen some memes going around, but the song Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, is the first diss track ever to win the Best Rap Song at the Grammy Awards. And it also won Record of the Year. And it's the only second rap song ever to do this. And so I just see memes all over. You know, there was this whole rap battle and war, you can call it, between Drake and Kendrick. And so me being from the West Coast, you know, basically Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, has become the anthem of the West Coast, I feel like, at this point, and especially California. And Kendrick Lamar is performing at the Super Bowl this Sunday. Sunday's Super Bowl weekend. So I think it's going to be a good halftime show for sure. And then lastly, oh yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to add about Doechii. One really cool thing about her winning the Grammy is literally 5 years ago, she got fired from her job. And she was like, oh, I guess I'm just going to like do this, like go to studios, see if they need an intern, like, you know, put my stuff out there. Like, she's just like, all right, what do I do next? 5 years ago, 5 years. Wow. That's it. And she's winning a Grammy for Best Rap Album. Like,
it's amazing. Yeah.
That's inspirational.
That's pretty badass.
Anybody in any art field, you know, it's like, you put in the work and they're like, okay, maybe you won't win a Grammy, but like, still.
Yeah, I think you just never know, right? You finally find the community and the people that believe in you and something that you enjoy. Sometimes you just need those things where, like, you get fired from things, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's just a journey. It's always just a journey. So that is pretty badass though. Like 5 years ago, I've only almost 5 years in Web3. Who knows? Maybe Web3 might
who knows? We might be presidents
do
soon.
some magic for us. I don't know.
And then of course,
it's been. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, finish what you're saying. But before we move on, I want to mention something.
Okay, I'm just going to share the last little bit here. The Year of the Snake is all about shedding that bad energy. So we still got the Chinese New Year. I think we still got like maybe another week of it. But this Lunar New Year is the snake is expected to bring about transformation and new beginnings. So spreading the good energy for you, and get rid of the bad. Just get rid of it. So yeah, Courageous, you said you want to say something?
I just wanted to share on the Grammys. I think we would be remiss if we did not mention that Beyonce got Best Country.
I thought you did. Do we have to say hooray for Beyonce? I'm very proud of her.
Yes, this is the thing we have to say. Thank you, Beyonce. If anybody knows about the superstition behind that, we have to say thank you to Beyonce. No, not familiar.
Wait,
so there's So basically, like if you've ever, I don't know, there's all these clips of all of these artists that win awards. They go on stage, and they go say thank you, Beyonce. Because if you don't say thank you, Beyonce, then usually there's like a curse that's put on you where, I don't know, something happens. I don't know too much about it, but I know it's like an ongoing joke where people go up on stage, they won something for whatever, song it was, or the album, and then at the end they're like, thank you, Beyonce, so I don't know, there's just some superstition behind that, because Beyonce is a powerful lady. She's a powerful woman, and she has talent, and she's won a lot of things, so she continues to dominate, so yeah. I think we got Creatress a little frozen here, so at least she's smiling. So hopefully she'll come.
The two of you. What energy are you guys gonna shed this year, the Year of the Snake?
Ooh. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep. Why don't you go first since we have you here?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna shed this bad Wi-Fi juju. Also, yeah, shout out to Beyonce, but also we would be remiss if we did not give a shout out, congratulations to Shakira. Our girl Shakira also won. She won a Grammy yesterday for Latin pop album.
Yes.
So
yes, she did.
That's it. I think I'm good on the Grammy now. I think we mentioned the most important ones.
And real quick, I'll answer your question. The energy I'm shedding is my own self-doubt. I've been having a lot of negative self-talk in the past 6 months to a year, and I acknowledge that, and I need to change that. So I'm shedding that. Like, that's gone. I'm working on it. So yes, more positive self-talk for myself. And we got Jurasaka saying Shakira.
That's the homie from One Love DAO.
We got meme of the week. When Bitcoin BTC.
Yeah, BTC. That kind of got cut off. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, goes under one. We got Grumpy Cat. Oh,
Grumpy Cat.
I used to love Grumpy Cat.
I'm trying to just ignore the market because it's so crazy.
It's for the best. It's for the best.
Well, here's some other Web3 news. We got Herman Narula. For those who don't know Herman, Herman is one of the founders of Improbable. Improbable is a metaverse experience, you could say. They've built that company. They've done a lot of, experiences for the other side, for the Bored Apes. They've done things for the Forgotten Runes NFT project. They've hosted concerts for these huge K-pop, artists, and they've also held a live experience for the MLBs for baseball. So they're kind of a big deal. But he's saying, should we buy Artifact? And so Artifact was one of those OG projects during 2021 where I think it might have been like the first like 3D models as an NFT on Ethereum. And so, they were bought out with Nike, and then unfortunately Nike pretty much sunsetted. They called it, they're artifacting it. Okay. And
really?
Yeah, so the community was super upset because obviously, getting bought from Nike sounds like it's a great thing, but Nike ended up not doing anything with it and has let it died. So there's still a community there.
My guess is that Nike was early and they didn't see enough returns from it. Although I saw a line outside of one of their events, like with the Japanese artist. Why am I forgetting his name? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
So, but I mean, dude, that story is crazy. They built that during the pandemic and it took them like 3 months, and then they sold for like millions.
Yeah.
And then that first drop, like I was like kicking myself for not aping into that first drop.
I saw it.
And and you got like the really cool custom Nikes, and you got like a cool like sweatshirt. I mean, but like really cool. Why am I forgetting the name of the artist? Oh my god, the Japanese, the famous.
Is this person like, the T
Tagashi?
No. Anyway, it's fine. But anyway, Murakami.
Murakami.
What does that sound right? Right, that sounds about right.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, listen, that'd be in the chat if we bought. If they like, fractionalized it or released some kind of token that like
buy into. A lot of people are speculating Nike will never sell Artifact. I don't know enough about it if they would or not, but I think it would be cool if Herman or Ella like bought, maybe not Artifact, but bought Clone X like itself, because I think those assets, those 3D assets, could easily be transferable into their metaverse that they built. They have the files, they're done, it's easy. So that would be something like, you can start getting the community up and running again, have them use their IP and start running around, playing around, build different things. So hopefully we see something like that. I feel for the community, but there's also controversy on Herman even tweeting that, whether they should or not, because Artifact does come with a lot of, the baggage, if you will. And so a lot of people are like, no, that's might harm the greater improbable ecosystem. So I don't know. We'll see. But I thought that was interesting. And then of course, Pudgy has been all over my timeline, not just because of Abstract, but also because of Pengu. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, the Pengu claim will end. So if anybody hasn't claimed their Pengu, go do it now, because it will end tomorrow and all remaining supply will be burnt. So currently 13.82% of the total supply is on track to being burnt. So if that happens, you may see some Pengu go up in price. So we'll see. I'm holding some Pengu. I know Creatures has some. So I don't know. Are you holding any, Fiona?
Thanks to Creatures, I'm holding some as well. I have an ape, and I tried to accept it as an ape, but I was reading that I needed to have signed up to something before for the ape, but because I have like a history of on-chain activity on Ethereum, I was able to claim some. So I am a Pengu holder.
Awesome. Nice. So that will be good for us.
I wish I owned an NFT though. They're so cute. But
I know.
During the time it was being released, there were so many things, and I had bought into so many projects already that I think like I maxed out of my money to buy. But they are really cute. Yeah. I love the story of Luca Netz like taking this brand that basically was abandoned and rugged, and just like revitalizing it and creating like an IRL doll, and like really like marketing it in the regular world, the Web3 world. And I feel like he really deserves like a ton of credit. Like it should be studied in business schools, like how.
Oh yeah. This is a master class we're watching unfold for sure, So
Pudgies.
I think that Pudgy Penguins is like the #1 traded NFT project now. If you look on OpenSea, I think it's like at least in the top 10. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
still,
They always are.
even after the launch, it still is.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
In the
I
bear
wonder if there's
market,
a
they're looking
way to
good.
do like on-chain analytics to find out like which Pangus have not claimed and then buy them and claim. I don't know. That
Oh
might be.
yeah, there needs to be some sort of tool. I feel like that can be built out, not even on chain, but like probably a Chrome extension that you can download on your
Oh
browser. I
yeah.
feel like you can like look it up, because there's already some tools like that for other projects that I don't see why they couldn't just add Pudgy to that. But also with Pudgy Penguins News, so they also have partnered with Line Friends. Which is Line Friends. How am I mini are the largest IP in South Korea and Asia. So they haven't. That's all they've said. They haven't said anything else. What that partnership is gonna do, whether that looks like. Is it merch? Is it a cartoon? We don't know. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, Pudgy Penguins just hit 40 billion views on Giphy. And I am going to take full credit of that recent 4 billion views because I literally just created a Giphy account like a couple days ago to create like this little, I don't know if I still have it on here. No, it's not on this account. But I basically created this little like pop-up that happens on the live stream. And I had to download it from their Giphy store. And so like they have tons of gifts. And so I feel like right after I did that, they came out with this announcement. And I was like, oh, I probably just, they just needed one more person to make that 40 billion view count. So I'm going to take
Yeah. You pushed them over that hump.
Yeah, it was me. It was all me. All right. What else? What else is there? Oh, more Web3 news. Okay. So John Carl, if anyone follows 10KTF, so John Carl is not only a community member, but he's also one of the projects that participated in the 10KTF ecosystem and NFTs. So 10KTF is a storytelling NFT brand, if you will. They were also early in the 2021 era, in I think I want to say September of 2021. And they grew a huge community. I'm part of it. Keegan, Creatrix is also holding on to one of the NFTs. But they took a little bit of a break. They've been on hiatus for quite some time. Maybe it's been almost a year now. And so the person that was originally one of the founders, Figgy, got hired with Yuga. Yuga had bought, 10KTF. They did a huge restructuring. So a lot of the original 10KTF team got laid off. And then Figgy decided to buy it back. And so the Bam Bam, who is their CEO now, she's basically in charge of growing and 10KTF again. So now they have more creative control. But still, there's a lot of community members who are like, what's happening now that it's no longer with Yuga? Who's on the team? Who's doing what do they care about? So they did a huge space. John Carl was hosting it. Figgy was there hosting. And this is actually going to be a weekly spaces that they do every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so it's really inviting all the people in the community and just trying to get the community back together. And Figgy had shared some things about what they're looking forward to do with 10KTF. Number one is definitely build the community. And so he's been hosting these private dinners that me and Keegan were able to go to a couple of weeks ago. And so, yeah, he's just trying to get the IRL community together and to start working together. And then there was like 2 other points he made. I can't remember right now. But basically, if you want to hear it all, go play that recording. You can go on Crazy Crypto Carl's Twitter, and you can already see 1.1 thousand people tuned in. It's an hour and 11 minutes long. But yeah, I think if you're interested and want to hear into like Figgy's mind, it's definitely worth a listen back. John Carl does a really, really great job about steering the interview. So he gets like right to the point, so I love that. In other Web3 news, we had Watch Guru. They had said just in, so this was on January 30th, Grayscale files for spot XRP ETF with the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange. So looking good for XRP. I saw some other controversial news. I wasn't going to share it because I'm holding on to XRP. So pump my bags, Grayscale. Pump my bags.
I mean, XRP is really interesting because it somehow positioned itself with a lot of the central banks around the world, like Japan, Mexico.
Right.
I'm probably missing a few countries, but it's really like going to be sort of like the central bank, like I know there's a lot of negative stuff around CBDC, like central bank digital currency, but it really has like its niche, and it's probably going to replace the like Swift system. I also am a holder, not like a ton, but a little bit.
Right.
It's it's got its place in the ecosystem.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of these coins that are kind of like in competition, these chains, but I think, like you said, each one has its place, and XRP is positioning itself, with these banks, and they say they're going to be the one to bring in the retail. So we'll see, but it looks like they're on their way. And then also this was some big news that I don't know if you guys saw this on your timeline.
Wait, before you go, I wanted to play a soundbite.
I don't hear it.
You can't hear it? Oh no. Okay, never mind. I was playing that Pump It song by the Black Eyed Peas,
Oh, pump it louder. Pump it loud.
I can't believe you can't hear it. That's crazy. But it's all right. Next time. Every time I hear a phrase,
we gotta add these files to our stream in the back end here, and then we can like play it.
Although it might be a buying opportunity. I mean, XRP is below $3, which it's been above $3.
Oh, really?
Everything's down right now.
All right, good to know.
But it's still the third largest cryptocurrency. I mean, that's crazy.
Wow.
It's even ahead of the two stable coins, which, and Solana. Although Solana is like, it's gone. I think the Solana ecosystem, it's crazy to see what's happened this past year. I don't anyway, that's another story. I'll go
that is definitely. We can talk maybe on our next show if you want to help on. We can get into it. I love it. I love
will show up whenever you want me to. I could talk about this every day, all day, because it's like everyone in my life is like, shut up about crypto already. I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We can talk about crypto here. It's all good. But we had some other big news. I don't know if this popped up on your feed, but this person burned the bridge. Economical chemist. He posted about saying, "You guys, we fucking did it," and posted a link to the mempool that goes to the Bitcoin blockchain. And so what they did is the 256 Foundation held their first annual fundraiser on January 29th to raise money to support open source Bitcoin mining development. They opted to have supporters send their hash rate to their self-hosted pool running on FutureBit Apollo, like psychopaths, he says. And we actually solved a block. So that is pretty big news because there are Bitcoin mining factories, right? There are these huge companies that basically have these mining farms, and they're usually the ones to pick up and solve all of the blocks, all of those transactions, and they're getting the gas fee that goes to them basically. And so it's almost become like this monopolization. And so if you're the one lone miner, the chances of you getting a block and solving that block before they do is so small. And so these guys had put enough money together, put all of their hash rates so that this one mining could solve a block, and they got the 3.2 Bitcoin that you receive when you solve it. So congrats, guys. And I think they're going to keep doing it again. Yeah, it's huge. So I thought that was big news, and I didn't see many people sharing about it. So I'm like, oh my God, let's talk about it on our show. So yeah, love it.
That's
and it
amazing.
should be open source. Yeah, they make
I'm
it
gonna
open
look into
source.
that because I mean, this is just me personally, but I think I'm gonna exit some of my crypto positions like maybe March, April, and I wanted to maybe put something into mining for just the next year or two. I don't know, until I figure out what I'm doing in my life. And anyway, this is really cool to look into because yay, open source and yeah, future
Yes.
Apollo like psychopaths. That's pretty. That is amazing. See, open source is the way to go. I love it.
Always,
This
always.
is the way.
All right, Creatress, what happened? What happened also in Web3?
Oh yeah, speaking of, strategies, the market went down, y'all. Did you guys see on the 2nd?
How could I not, man? How could I
Did
not?
y'all see? That's when the diamond hands were really tested. As you can see on one of the monitors up there, we got the diamond hands gripping, gripping. And the poor penguins holding on to dear life. And then what I imagine many of us look like was eating snacks in front of our computer late night, being lit, our face lit up by the glow of the computer, just watching the charts go down and down and down. Anyway.
I had a theory that the US was like timing this because they want to include Bitcoin in their strategic reserve and they want to get a good price.
Oh
So
yeah.
freak the markets out a little bit, get a good price, enter, and be like, psych.
Hey, some people got some good entries there, but for a minute there, everyone was freaking out, and there were some pretty hefty sell-offs. Some people panic sold, but the next day, for those of us who waited,
24 hours is all you have to wait.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like you blink. I DCA'd. I had some money. I put some money in my BTC when it went down. Not much, like $100, but still.
Let's go.
Let's go. That is the strategy we like. So,
look at that. This was Fiona right here with the cat and just looking at the charts. Okay, now time to buy.
Like, okay, this is a good time to add a little Bitcoin, and then she went and she did that.
My $100, baby. Watch out.
That's something. And then we got the little pengu down there.
I'm a guppy. Not a whale. I'm a guppy.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, that's how they all start.
Stack it up. Stack it up.
I
want to direct your attention. Oh wait, before you go, if you can go back, sorry. I just want to direct your attention to the pengu on the bottom left corner, pumping up the market, and that's abstract right there. That's abstract, and all the pengu apps and tips just pumping up the market back up.
So cute.
I would say me and Creatures are very proud. When on Sunday, when we were out, celebrating my birthday, we were wearing this Bitcoin jackets. The guy who was checking IDs, he's like, "Oh, are you guys work for Bitcoin?" And we're like, "No, we hold some, but hey, son, you should buy some." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll look into it." And I was like, "You hold crypto?" And he's like, "I don't hold Bitcoin yet, but I hold other crypto." And I was like, "Go check it tonight." So I think he did. I hope he did, because what bigger sign did you need than the whole crew with Bitcoin hoodies coming through?
All three of us wearing the hoodie.
You should make that like your joke business card, like works at Bitcoin.
That'd be hilarious.
Executive assistant to Satoshi Nakamoto.
We know him.
Or her.
Yep. He, she. But yeah, that's it for the Web3 segment for now, because now let's move on to the space segment. Me and Creatures, we love space, and so one of my favorite people to follow is Astro Alexandra on Instagram, and so she's always sharing. She's an astronomer herself. She works with all amazing scientists, and she is super smart. She knows what she's talking about. She is not trying to spread fake news or make it more than what it means to be. But she shared some breaking space news that scientists have analyzed samples from the OSIRIS-REx mission to the asteroid Bennu and discovered amino acids, nucleotide bases, minerals from salt water, and more. And so why is that breaking news? Because those are all the things you need for life. So So these scientists speculate that this asteroid might have come from a Earth-like planet that existed before us and broke off of it, and it's still floating in space.
Ooh.
And so they think that yeah, this is just the remnants of an older Earth, that there was possible life even before us. So I thought that was super super cool.
That
And
doesn't make
then
any sense. That's not what says in the book. This could revolutionize everything. I thought we've only been around since 2000. 2000 BC. Anyway, sorry. Please go on.
And in other space news, astronomers recently discovered an asteroid called the 2024 YR4, which has a small chance of impacting Earth. And so there's between a 1.3 to 1.6% chance of impact. And so they are predicting that it could hit on December 22nd, 2032. So that is not that far off. And the thing is that, although like an asteroid big enough hitting Earth could cause a lot of damage, they made all their calculations and have found that it wouldn't hit any major city, I believe. It could hit in the ocean, but they seem to leave out if it was going to hit, in these movies, like, the doomsday movies, it's always like LA or New York. I don't know. But hopefully, if they also have these new technology that they can, prevent an asteroid from hitting us, even if it was on its way. So I don't know, Creatures, if you remember on one of our episodes, but we talked about the DART project. They had sent a missile to one of the asteroids that is circling one of the moons of, I think it's Jupiter, and they actually targeted that asteroid with a missile and diverted it, and it worked. It was successful. And so that is one of the ways that they could potentially divert this asteroid 2024 YR4, if it were to come to that. So yeah, not to be super afraid, as it's a small impact, but for the very first time, they have made this big alert. I guess, you press this big red button and you alert the whole world, like, hey, there's this asteroid that is very, very potential of hitting Earth.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was kind of like big news. So yeah, interesting
Very
stuff.
interesting. Very interesting. My mind immediately goes to Armageddon. So, we won't go that. But if you need a cool sci-fi movie to watch about this exact thing, check out Armageddon, and also check out there's a Steve Carell and Jennifer Lawrence or Keira Knightley movie recently came out on Netflix. That's also about it. I think what is it called? Do you remember?
Is it The End of Us?
The End of Us. Yeah. And they announced that like there's an the asteroid coming on a collision course with Earth, and no one really cares because everyone's so like busy with their own lives, or everyone's so like in the drama of like everyday world stuff that no one even cares or really pays attention. That the news is like, there's an asteroid coming in like 30 days, like, and everyone just goes about their life pretty much as usual. So I found that one kind of funny.
Like, can't they like explode it with a missile?
Yeah. That's what we were talking about. How now we can do that. In Armageddon, they didn't have the missile defense systems that they could just repurpose for asteroids yet. So in Armageddon, Bruce Willis has to like go up there on a space shuttle and like manually like drill and put the freaking bomb in there to blow up the ass. It's a whole thing back in the day. But Liv Tyler is worth watching the old movies. So just go watch it.
I love Liv Tyler. She's great.
Yes. So enough about Liv Tyler. Speaking of really nice things and beautiful places and faces, NFT Paris is coming up, which I believe Fiona and I showed some art at last year. Is that right? A photo?
showed the year, or maybe I showed last year. I don't know, but I went and I showed 2 years ago. It was, I mean, they know how to do it right in Paris. It's the location is like gorgeous. It's like right in front of the Eiffel Tower. You know, all the parties are amazing. Like all the projects do cool things. Like shout out to Greta. I showed at her IHEM gallery.
FOMO and
I don't know if it's that gallery is still around, but I know she's always curating cool things. It's really worthwhile. If you can go. I mean, I would go this year. I can't go this year, but if I could, I would. If I could teleport.
I cannot make it. I cannot make it this year.
Teleport to Paris. Yeah, I think my favorite NFT, and I haven't been to ETH Denver yet. My favorite kind of NFT conferences have been NFC in Lisbon and NFT Paris. Just because like the focus is really on the art and there's so many things around it. So many like one.
I like it.
It's so cool. It's like in the middle of Paris, like right where the Eiffel Tower is, and they did a phenomenal job. I don't know if it's being held in the same location, but I am trying to apply it to this show, so we'll see.
So okay, so and actually this slide was more about just sharing the open call more so than the event itself. But the One Love DAO is hosting an open call. So if you are part of the One Love DAO, you can apply to show your work at this satellite event that's being put on by the Good News Show. So if you're in the One Love DAO, go to the Discord. The details to apply are there. And Fiona, I don't know if you're officially in the One Love DAO or not, but
you know, I don't think I am, even though I showed it there. I just applied today.
Oh, you did?
Oh, good. So, good.
Yeah. And it's not hard. Yeah. They don't. It's just a bunch of links, and it's not that. There's not like an extensive like essay or something you have to write.
No. Yeah, for anyone who might be like, oh, I want to join the DAO, but like I don't, you know.
You just have to venture into the land of the Discord, which I don't know. Yes. Like every time I go in Discord, I like freak out. I'm like, oh my god, don't click anything. Like I'm like a horse with like blinders. So like stay focused. Like don't flashy lights. Because like so many people, any kind of security. I don't know if you guys talk about like Web3 security and how to not get hacked, but a lot of people I know that have gotten hacked through things in Discord. So not to freak you out.
No, definitely good idea to mention. Yeah, always be careful of clicking links in Discord. But yes, and if you want to be part of the One Love DAO, get in touch with me. You simply just need an invitation from one of the current DAO members and like an invite code from that person. And from there, you just fill out a form. It's a Google form. Just really just trying to figure out who you are. You drop in your social links, and then from there, the DAO members vote, and we vote within the Discord for all the new members. And so once you're voted in, then you're officially in the DAO. So that's what this slide is about. It's just don't miss out on the open call. It ends soon. And then the next thing here is we're picking an art of the week. We're kicking off an art of the week segment. And for this, since this is the first one, we're kicking it off with one of my artworks because, well, this is what I had. So this is remote viewing. This is a photograph. This is not AI, y'all. This is a photograph with, you know, a really cool edit that I did. This is actually a still image of a video. The video is about 30 seconds long. So this is just one stills from the video. If you go to the next page, this is actually my first mint on Solana, on the Solana blockchain.
Oh,
yeah, cool.
I thought you might enjoy this because you said you haven't minted there yet.
Fiona. What platform? Actually, you know, I lied. I minted there like 2 years ago, but the platform doesn't exist anymore. What platform are you on?
This is on exchange.art.
Cool.
I'll send you the link right here in the private chat.
It's a really beautiful image. I love the color choice, and I love the mirroring too. I love like how your eye moves through that image. It's really fluid.
Thank you. It's actually not just a photography; it's also 3D art. So in this image from the website, you can see the 3D shape overlaid. So it like I said, it's a video, so it goes from one scene to the other. One scene is just the photo, and then in the next scene it's like the 3D. So I encourage you to check out the link. I'll drop the link in the chat as well for the YouTube.
Cool.
And everywhere else.
And this QR code.
This QR code links to that exact page as well. So if you are watching and you're like, oh, I want to go see, I don't want to go click the link, you can just scan the QR code. Yep. And that's it about the art of the week. The last thing I wanted to share was invite you to tune into these shows that are happening this week by our community members. I know the TNS Open Mic, which is the Worldwide Nouns from Japan. They translate from English to Japanese for the Japanese community and, for the nouns. And they are interviewing Out of Body and Danichi, my two collaborators. So they'll be talking about the performance that we're working on for 8th Denver. And that space just started. So I'll drop the link in the thread and you guys can go check that out. I'm sure they'll be going for at least another 30 or an hour. And then on Sunday, there is a One Love DAO space that they do every Sunday. And so, yeah, if you want to get more familiar with the One Love DAO, that's a good space to check out on Sundays. They're very friendly. So, yeah, that takes place at, let me double check the time, 8:30 a.m. PST on Sundays. So it's a nice and early show.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're getting ready to end the show, but before we do, we definitely want to shout out our sponsor, 10KTF Teaching Tuesdays. Together we can achieve more. And this is Keegan, the one who hosts the space. And so he'll be on today, I believe maybe around 6:15, 6:30. Sometimes he'll push it to 6:35 p.m. Pacific. Either way, follow him at __Keegan __, or you can just follow his account, 10KTF Teaching Tuesdays. But he does an awesome space, and yeah, he sponsors our show. So very thankful to Keegan, and this is a cool little gift I made of him, where he was he was wearing these glasses actually that I have here, and yeah, we were just goofing around, and it was just hilarious. I don't know.
Ground game strong. Ground game strong. Yes.
So, yeah. Love it.
That was hilarious. Yes.
So cool. I like that he's teaching, right? That's really cool.
Yeah. Teaching Tuesday.
Yeah, he's been a public educator actually for San Diego Unified School District for over 10 years. And so he transfers those skills over into the Web3 space. And yeah, he's got a good show. And I don't know, he might have a really special guest. I don't know if he actually, I know he was trying to get John Carl to be his guest, the guy I was talking about earlier. So I'm curious to see if he did. But yeah, stay tuned to his show tonight. But yeah, with that, that concludes our show for today. And so I hope you guys loved it because yeah, we worked really hard on those slides and we put some awesome images and screenshots for you guys. And let us know if you like this format and the way we're doing it, because I think it kind of helps. It's not just me and Creatures just chatting away. We're giving you some visuals, and then of course we're hoping to bring on more guests because it's always fun to get their insights and hear about what they're working on. So Fiona, thanks so much for joining us. Any last words before we sign off?
I love what this one social impact artist or like collaborator, whatever, says. Let's grow instead of let's go. Like, let's grow.
Let's grow. I love that.
Let's, keep building, stay focused. Who cares about the ups and downs of Bitcoin, Ethereum? Who cares? Like, we're in this, like, we've already been in this for what, 4 or 5 years? Like,
right.
We're in this, like, this is a long-term project. Like, when people complain about, like, oh, the space or my sales are off or whatever, it's just cyclical. Like, you have to just keep going, and it's a marathon. So keep trucking, keep hustling.
100%, 100%. I just realized I just looked over at the abstract and it does show now. It shows me if people are watching. So there's one person tuning in right now on abstract. So appreciate it. Creatress, you there? Okay. Frozen?
Am I here?
Yes.
Okay,
Any last words?
I was getting a phone call. I'm sorry. Any last words? Thanks everybody who tuned in. Thank you, Fiona, for being here, putting on this cool contest, and just spending some time with us. Yeah, everybody else who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for commenting. Come back next week, and don't forget to eat a taco tonight.
Awesome. Well, yes, thanks everybody again for tuning in. We appreciate all the comments, all the love and support. So just want to acknowledge Gabe, thank you so much for commenting. Isabel, thank you so much. The Polyglot Coder, thanks for chiming in. Board Osaka, Julissa Vallejo, Creatress's Mama for tuning in, Judasaka. And yeah, thank you for everyone else who may not have commented but is just watching, supporting, liking, and retweeting. Please share this out as we give a lot of good information. And so this could really help out anyone who's new to the space. And so, yeah, catch us again next Tuesday. We're going to try our hardest to make it the 1 p.m., make it at 1 p.m. But yes, just keep that in mind. Keep Tuesdays at 1 p.m. On your schedule open for our show. There's layers to this. And I see Keegan putting his star last minute. So thank you so much again. Catch his show later today. And yeah, I think Creatress, you already said it. Like, eat a taco, pet a toad, eat some lasagna, right? So yeah, that ends episode 7. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Happy Tuesday.